And also, I had, like, a few predictions, but they're not as many as yours.
For Solo?
For the other. For predictions. For 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's coming later, guys.
Oh, yeah. Watch out for that.
Can't wait for that to drop.
Stay tuned, so, you know, subscribe. Do all the things that YouTubers do. Like, smash the like button.
Smash that like button, guys. Smash the like button.
I love the like button.
Did you get a new phone?
Yeah, isn't it gigantic?
It's huge.
It's like
what is it?
the size of my face. An iPhone 8 Plus.
Wow. Talk about overkill.
I know, right? iPhones are crazy. Did you hear that they limit the battery life of their old versions so that you can buy their new version
That doesn't shock me. And yes, I kind of did hear that.
That's crazy.
What assholes.
I know. They don't care about us.
We're making really intense eye contact. I know that you can't see it, guys, but we are.
Capitalism.
You know where they don't do that?
Where?
Russia. No, I'm just kidding.
The bane of man.
So, here's the deal. So Solo, a Star Wars story. Spoiler, full disclosure, guys, we actually recorded like an hour and a half of a Solo podcast and then realized that I wasn't recording it, and then we got sad.
Yeah, that was really disappointing. It was the low light of my day, but I got over it pretty quickly.
I let her down.
Yeah, that's alright. It happens occasionally. But ever since that last podcast, funny enough, a new trailer dropped, so if anything, we have more information to talk about.
Mm-hmm. And we won't ramble as much.
Oh yeah, you guys should have heard that one. That one was awful. We went in circles, so...
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, you should have heard it, except I didn't record it, so my bad.
But now we're setting a high bar for this one, and now we're setting us up for a trap, so we'll see where this one goes.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Exactly. Just how I like it.
So what are the overall vibes you got from the two trailers?
I really liked it. I'm excited for it. I think the casting is really cool, as I'm sure everyone is excited for, because they got some great actors for this. And, you know, I just felt the vibe of Han Solo, I guess, if that makes sense, you know.
Felt that vibe.
Yeah, they made it super edgy. You know, even the guitar riff, like we mentioned before, in the trailer, like, you can tell it's going to be a really, like, sly, edgy film, you know?
Weirdly enough, that guitar riff was so controversial.
That's stupid.
I know.
Why? Wait, why?
Just because it was like, it's a Star Wars... Like, they didn't like the fact that the music in the trailer didn't sound Star Wars-y.
But it fits. It fits so well.
And it's like, that's a non-issue.
Yeah, people are crazy, but...
People be crazy.
I know. Especially, this isn't, like, the main trilogy. It's like an anthology film, but people are still gonna go ridiculously nuts.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if they did, like, a guitar riff and Rey was, like, playing a banjo, it would be weird.
Yeah.
But now it seems normal.
Yeah.
Because one of my biggest predictions for this movie is that, one, it's going to feel like a Western, and it's going to have to do with a big heist, like in an old Western movie where they, like, rob a stagecoach or something.
Yeah, that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
I would love that. I love heist things, and I can't wait, especially since in the second trailer they released some information about, like, a gangster, and he has a deal, and he wants to do this and that, and blah, blah, blah. So I can really see your heist prediction happening.
Honestly, though, I honestly think that the heist thing is going to happen, and I haven't seen any spoilers, so if I get this right, guys, just saying, I'll be impressed with myself. And,
I will be too.
What's another thing that
Gambling.
Well, I remembered it. The tick, tick, tick in the background, I love that. Whenever, like, TV shows use it, or trailers or anything with the clock ticking, it's kind of like the heartbeat in the background. Love it.
Adds to the intensity, absolutely. And especially in the first trailer where you didn't get much information, the tick, tick just kind of hyped it up even more.
What were some of the big moments? Like, the trailer ended with, like, Chewbacca, like, looking like he was gonna die. Spoiler, he doesn't.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. If you didn't know that, I mean, shame on you.
If you haven't seen the show, I mean, not the show.
The next few movies,
the original trilogy, then you suck.
Right.
No, just kidding. We love you all.
But, yeah, some cool parts of the trailer. I think Woody Harrelson's character, they don't really emphasize what he is.
He's going to be pretty cool.
But, yeah, I have
Mentor.
a feeling. He seems like one. He reminds me of, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm. The blue guy?
I forget his name. Yeah, Chris Pratt's, like, father figure type guy. Mm-hmm. He reminds me of that. He's giving me those vibes.
I'm just interested to see how Han gets from, I want to join the Empire and be a pilot. How he gets from that to, like, a smuggler that we know.
Oh, yeah.
In episode 4.
That would be interesting.
But I guess that's the point of the movie.
Yeah.
So I think we'll find out.
But that's definitely an exciting thing because it shows us how he became the sly kind of, guy we know. So, yeah, and I'm really excited for Emilia Clarke's character, too. She seems like she's going to play an integral part, obviously, but...
Love interest?
Possibly, I think so.
Yeah, and I also think that she's going to stab him in the back.
I think so, too. I got that feeling, too. Mm-hmm. It seems possible, because there's also a moment I remember Woody Harrelson's character says, just assume everyone's going to betray you. And then it immediately cuts to, like, Emilia Clarke
and it's super ominous.
Yeah. So that would be interesting, especially since I believe I found information saying that she was, like, one of his childhood friends or something. Like, they grew up together.
Okay, did you actually read that, or was that just us last time recording that? Because that was one of our biggest things, was like, ooh, they were probably childhood friends.
I either read it, or I'm just restating information that we said before. But I feel like it's led on to...
Yeah, because remember when we, like, talked for, like, 20 minutes about that?
Right.
Yeah.
You guys weren't there for that, but we did.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Again, my bad.
So, she's probably a childhood friend. I think there's enough
She is now. You know what? It's official, guys.
It's a fact.
You're hearing it first here. She's a childhood friend.
We have an inside man.
It's a fact. Gosh. Yeah, we actually know, who's somebody in this movie?
Lando. What do you mean?
What's his real name?
Donald Glover.
Yeah, we actually know Donald Glover.
Yeah.
And
oh, that's what she meant.
Yeah.
I thought you meant actual characters. Yeah, we know the characters.
Yeah, we were texting him earlier.
Let me name each character we know.
And he actually spoiled the whole movie for us, so.
Yeah. So, you guys are out of the loop. Sorry.
Yeah.
Should have heard the first podcast. Honestly, if she's a love interest, and we know she's not, any part of the rest of Han's life, do you think she could die in this?
Oh, I don't... That actually brings up a question I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna do a Rogue One type thing where all the characters that aren't in A New Hope or, like, in future movies, they're just gonna all die? I think it's likely that Emilia will die, but I don't think it's necessarily because of that same Rogue One thing. I
assumed up until now, at least, that they would die, but to be honest, it would be interesting to see how they could explain her lack of, her not being in the other movies. Like, maybe they have a, I don't know, clever explanation for that. Yeah. Maybe something happens.
But would you rather be with her or Woody Allen? Is his name Woody Allen?
What do you mean?
Like, would you rather her character survive and have a clever explanation, or would you rather it be like the mentor character survive?
I don't know.
And have it.
I have a bias towards Emilia Clarke because I love Game of Thrones, and so I would love to have clever explanation for that. But the mentor, I always like a good mentor-student relationship, the Luke Ray, or what we thought it would be anyway. Stay tuned for the next podcast, guys.
I'll be debuting my Rian Johnson voice.
Oh, that's wonderful. You
Spoiler,
guys gotta wait for that.
It sucks.
But
it's just monotone.
I don't know. It would be interesting to see what explanation they could come up with.
I really don't want them to just kill off everybody, because
That'd be a cop-out.
Like, in the future when a potential Obi-Wan movie comes out, please, Kathleen Kennedy, and they did the same thing, I'd be like, this is stupid at this point. Like, if they... You know what I mean?
It's a cop-out, definitely.
Yeah.
Because then, yeah... That's the problem with making these anthology films. Like, if you have a cool character, you know...
It's like, oh, they're dead.
In the rest of the old movies, you're like, oh, well... Off with their head, so...
I want there to be a moment where just Emilia Clarke turns to the camera and she's just like, yeah, I have it back. And then she just drops, like, a really good Game of Thrones reference and just winks.
They could do that. Like, what if they... Not winking and being so comical, but, like...
Wink.
What if they do drop a Game of Thrones reference?
I'm sure that they could. And people would be like, oh my god.
Like... I don't know, something with dragons. Do they have dragons in Star Wars? Probably
They do
not.
now. She'd be like, yeah, my dragons.
Speaking of fantastical creatures, what is that octopus in the movie?
Oh, I thought that was a segue to us to talk about a completely different movie. No. I was just like, why are we talking about Harry Potter right now?
I wish, but...
So guys, Amy's obsessed with the octopus. She is dying to know.
I mean, are you not?
I'm not like going into that movie and being like, you know what I want to see? The octopus. Let's skip all this intro crap.
I am. What the hell is that thing? I've never seen it.
Screw all these new characters.
Yeah.
I just want to see the octopus. And then it's going to be like a 5-minute scene and that's it.
I know. What if it's not even... what if it's something they just added to the trailer to add more like...
Like a Rogue One, like, oh, that was reshoots. Yeah. Okay, that pissed me off so much in Rogue One because the thing that... I'm walking into that theater and I was like, you know, the scene I am most excited for... I had 2 scenes I was most excited for. First one was when Jyn goes up against the TIE fighter on... Like, face-to-face with the TIE fighter. I was like, God, that looks awesome. It was in the trailer.
Was it? I don't even remember.
And I was like, I'm so pumped. Because she was like walking with like a slight limp. And like the TIE fighter raises up to her on like this balcony. I was like, oh, hell yes. Wasn't in the movie. And I was like, ugh. And then the second one I was super excited for was the like ground attack shots on Scarif. So it was like the stormtroopers in the water. And then, like, the people running and going up against, like, a AT-AT wasn't in the movie. There were 2 things in the trailer, and they were the 2 most excited I was for.
They did that? I don't even remember.
If you rewatch the movie and then watch the trailer...
I liked the movie, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You weren't a big fan?
Well, I mean, I liked it, but it was one of those things where I was, like, super excited afterwards, and then it just kind of wore off really fast. It was, like, a week later, I was like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I think because of these, you know...
The nature of them?
Yeah. No one's gonna be super excited for so long because, like, I mean, they don't progress. Mm-hmm. It's pretty... Well, in the last podcast, I was thinking that maybe... this movie would be more than 1, but then you gave me the idea that it probably wouldn't.
I don't think it will be.
Yeah.
That would shock me a lot if they were like, hey, let's make this a trilogy. Or something. Or like 2 movies. I'd be like, what?
If there's a Kenobi movie, don't you think they would make that more than 1?
Maybe just because Ewan McGregor is amazing.
Yeah.
Whatever. Give him a movie at least.
Right.
Maybe not a trilogy.
Yeah.
Do you think Vader is going to be in this movie?
I would hope they find a way, I guess.
Really?
Fan service, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would want them to shove as many Easter eggs as possible down my throat.
Yeah, exactly. Just shove them down our throats. We're ready.
To be honest, Rogue One, the main thing that really got me was a few Vader moments.
Yeah.
And it was totally fan service. I mean, the ending made more sense to have him in. Sorry, guys, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. The ending
Spoiler alert, Carrie Fisher is in it.
Yeah.
But she's not.
Yeah, she's just watch it.
Her face is in it.
So, it made sense for that, but, like, there was some I don't know, moments when he's talking to that general. I forget his name.
Krennic.
Yeah.
Director Krennic.
Those probably weren't necessary, but I don't know. I just felt all the feels.
Well, yeah. But, like, okay, what I always think about these anthology films is that they're just Star Wars celebrations. They're just, like, fan celebrations. They're like, yeah, Star Wars. And it's like, okay.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah. They're just, like, Star Wars parties for nerds.
Mm-hmm. Me.
I guess we fall into that category.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Vader will be in it because money. I think that, like, if they don't put him... Like, there's no reason why Vader really should be in this movie, at least from what I've seen. No. But he will. He'll be in it.
Yeah. But do you think also the fact that... Okay, but here's another idea. So they're investing a lot of money in this film, especially by the magnitude of the movie stars they're putting in it. Like, there are 3 pretty big names in it. You know, Donald Glover, Woody Harrelson, Emilia Clarke. Do you think that makes up for the fan service? You know, like, maybe they'll do less fan service and put more, like, big names.
I always hope that they do less fan service, because it seems stupid sometimes when they just shove...
Out.
Yeah, well, it's not even a cop-out. It's just like, why? Like, sometimes it's just like, oh, we're doing this for the fans. It's like, just try to come up with something like,
creative.
Yeah, like, I don't need a bunch of fan service. I just want a solid storyline.
Well, sometimes
I respect that more.
Yeah, I agree, but sometimes I get it because then it seems like the universe is bigger. Like in the Marvel movies, they always throw in references of other Marvel movies, and it seems like fan service. But then at the same time, you're like, oh wait, they're all connected. Whoa.
I feel like Star Wars is headed towards the Marvel Cinematic Universe status.
Wow, that's a good view on it.
Like, I feel like it's going that direction.
It seems like it.
I mean, it's a great business plan.
Oh yeah, Marvel is doing amazing right now.
But I think all the, like, old-fashioned, like, oh, I saw it in the 70s, and now, like, all those people are not going to be on board, but you know what? It's the future, yo.
Yeah, exactly. Get with it.
Get with it.
Old people. You specifically.
You suck specifically.
I didn't say that.
I did.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I don't know if I hate the idea.
I don't know the way you said that. I don't know if I hate it, but I know that I don't love it.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I'm in between hate and love. Yeah. Oh, okay.
We're just gonna have to see if it goes down from here, guys.
We'll keep you updated.
Because they already have, you know, after this main trilogy we're on, they already have 2 other trilogies that they're planning on.
Yeah. Rian Johnson's trilogy, which... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then David Benioff and the other guy.
The Game of Thrones guys.
Game of Thrones.
I wonder which one is going to drop. like, wouldn't it be interesting if, like, they did it so it was still one Star Wars movie a year, but it was, like, every other year? So, like, it was 2 trilogies happening at the same time? Or would that just be so confusing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, one year is the first episode of Ryan's, and then the next December is the first episode of the other people, and then the next December is the second episode of Ryan's, and then the next one is the second. Super confusing to the general audience.
I think it would be an issue, too, because then maybe one makes less than the other, or something. I don't know. I feel like it would be an issue. Money-wise. So I feel like one trilogy would drop, then the next. My guess is Rian Johnson's first.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the Game of Thrones writers like to take their long-ass time from experience of their TV series. So I wouldn't be surprised if we would wait forever for that one.
Yeah. So. I mean, that's like future. That's like getting into the 2030s. Like,
oh my god.
I'm seriously thinking about this, because, like, the current trilogy we're in isn't even going to end until 2019, and I do not expect it to just be like, the next year there's a new trilogy. Now, they might do that, but...
Who knows?
I expect the earliest we'll see Ryan's trilogy is 2021. The earliest.
It's weird talking about 2020 something.
Yeah. And then at the earliest, if it started in 2021, it would end, so 4 years later.
Yeah, so like 2025.
And then the earliest the one after that would start would be 2027. So yeah, it would literally go into the 2030s.
You're right. This is totally like Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel plans their shit way ahead in advance. I wouldn't be surprised if they have ideas stacked until 2040.
Yeah.
We're going to be seeing them for a long time, so Star Wars is going to be along for...
And then maybe they'll get Daisy Ridley back, and all will be right in the world. But we cannot talk about her right now, because we will never stop. So,
exactly.
One last question I have. How much time do you think there will be between Solo and A New Hope?
Okay, so I was thinking... maybe 5 at the least. I think there will be a bigger time gap.
5 what?
years.
Oh, okay.
5 what, months?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I think it's gonna be a bigger time gap because honestly, I looked this up. The idea, I'm doing air quotes, guys. The idea
Put
is
them
that
closer to the mic so the people at home can see.
the idea is that Han Solo is like 29 in A New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I read. So this Han Solo seems like he could pass for 22. So
Okay, yeah.
maybe I'm guessing 5 to 7 years. I think it'll be pretty big.
See, at first, like, I'm looking at my notes, and at first I was like, a couple days. But, like, no. Now I'm thinking about it, I think it would be kind of cool if at the end he was just like someone was like, "Where are you going, Han?" And he's like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna go to Tatooine."
That would be cool.
And just like a name drop Tatooine, and then he winks at the camera. No, but just like to name drop it,
A little
would be
thumbs
cool.
up, a little wink, you know.
Like the Fonz. Hey,
You get it, guys?
And at the end, Tatooine is where Luke lives.
Yeah, but
Oh god.
I think it will be bigger, especially since he looks. It's not the same actor. They have to have an explanation as to why.
Yeah, he's seen a lot happen to him. City Miles.
Yeah.
No, but like it would be cool if it ended with like him wronging Jabba or something. And that's kind of like where A New Hope starts. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, or I could see them doing a thing like, he disappears for several years or something, and I don't know. Many years later, and then A New Hope. So, yeah. Or maybe they'll do time jumps in the movie. You think that's possible?
I that was one of the things that I was wondering about before any of the trailers came out. I was like, oh, it'd be cool if they did like 3 different sections where it was like young Han and then like 10-year-old Han or something. And then it was like, I don't know, 17-year-old Han, and then it was right before A New Hope Han. But no.
I think that would be a little confusing.
Yeah. That would be more like a bibliography. No, what is it called?
I don't know.
Biography?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it would a movie. It'd just be like, oh, this is what he did. And it'd be like no plot, you know?
I could see them flashing back to like a young Han because he references being on the streets or something.
I could see it start like, it would be like Rogue One, where it starts with him maybe and Amelia Clarke, and they're like doing something.
They're beggars or something.
And at like 10 years old. And then they flash forward right away.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the movie is Alden.
Yeah. I can see that too. Speaking of Alden, what do you think of his casting? I've seen him in the news a lot, especially for his acting skills. What do you think?
So the first trailer, I thought that he was pretty wooden. And I was like, the thing where she was just like, I might know more about you than anyone or something. He goes, and then like that line's like, yeah, what's that? Or something like that. And then he smiles, and it's like everything is so like weird.
Mechanical?
Yeah, it was so weird. And I was like, what? And then in the second, like the most recent trailer, I was like, okay, I see it now. I think he's better.
Seeing the second trailer, I really think he got the voice down. For some reason, he sounds oddly like Harrison Ford.
We should close our eyes and try to see if he sounds like him.
He did a good job. I think he probably... Maybe he spent more time on that, and maybe his acting got more mechanical.
Wouldn't it be funny if, like, in some scenes he sounds, like, amazing, and it's like, those are the scenes we shot last. And then, like... and then they shoot, like, the climax first.
That honestly, that's happened in many movies before, but...
I'd hope it wouldn't happen in Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm hoping the best for this guy, because as you mentioned to me once in our own conversation, like, Star Wars is good at getting no-name actors and kind of making them a thing.
Daisy.
I would hope that for this guy. I mean,
yeah. Although he's not completely no-name. Like, I've seen him in movies, like, big movies.
Yeah.
What was that one about strange creatures or something like that? Where he played some weird southerner?
Beautiful Creatures,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that didn't do well.
That movie made no sense.
Yeah.
Like, I paid attention to that movie. And I walked out of that movie. Well, I didn't go see it in the theater. I walked out of the room I was sitting in while I was watching that movie, and I was like, what in the heck happened?
He was also in another movie with, like, George Clooney called, like, Hail Caesar or something. It was kind of like a musical thing. I never saw it, though.
I don't know.
And I heard that did well. It had some big names in it, so who knows?
Well, I can't think of any young actor right now that I would have preferred. Unless it was just like a complete no-name.
Yeah.
But I feel like they couldn't do that.
Well, I texted you about this. There was news that Harry Styles probably auditioned for Han
In
Solo.
your face, Harry Styles.
I know. I mean, I could see the looks fit, but I don't know about his acting chops. How is he as an actor? He just
Well,
sings...
he was in... yeah, exactly.
What if he made the soundtrack too? Oh.
It's just him playing guitar riffs in the background.
God.
No, he was in Dunkirk. I saw him in Dunkirk,
Oh, yeah.
and he was really good. I watched it and I was like, it wasn't Harry Styles, but he didn't have like a main part.
he
It
have
wasn't like
speaking parts?
yeah, but he didn't like speak like a ton. It wasn't like he was the main guy like crying or being emotional.
Yeah.
He was just like a dude.
But he seemed like he was decent.
Yeah.
I mean, a Christopher Nolan film.
Yeah, I
is-
didn't look at him and I was like, that's Harry Styles. It was more like, oh, that's
An
the
actor.
character.
I see.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would have went, and I wonder why it didn't go through. But
Because this guy's better, I guess.
maybe they didn't want to glamorize it, like, oh, young pop star becomes a Star Wars main character.
Become smuggler.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. But Alden, I think, seems pretty good. His acting, I can see being mechanical, but the voice he got down, and the looks too. I think.
It's one of those things that even if his acting is mechanical, I just don't have a huge emotional investment in this movie. Like, I'm not gonna die if it sucks. You know what I mean? If episode 9 sucked, I would be like, my soul. But you know what I mean? Like, this one, it's like, I don't have like a huge investment in it, so even if it does suck, I'll be okay. I'll make it.
I'm really excited, and I don't want it to suck.
Well, I mean, I don't want it to suck.
Yeah, I
but
know.
like,
Yeah,
I want it to surprise me in a good way.
that octopus.
That octopus dough.
What the hell? Okay.
Space octopus.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think that's it. I think that's all we have. Oh, I'm Emily Hazard.
Wait, what?
We didn't do our names this whole time.
By the way, my name's Amy Scaria.
And I'm Emily Hazard. So, do you have any Twitter or any social media that you want to plug?
I don't. I'm pretty boring. I like to remain aloof.
She's off the grid, guys.
Yeah. I have a Snapchat, but I don't want to publicize it.
Yeah.
So,
She doesn't want to see your face.
sorry.
You can follow me on Twitter at Hazard_Emily, where I will post stuff mostly about Grey's Anatomy, which is kind of a plug. I do another podcast about Grey's Anatomy where my friend Becca Anderson and I go into extreme detail about Grey's Anatomy episodes. So you can check that out too.
By the way, guys, you should really check out her Twitter. I'm just saying because she makes some pretty great memes. They're hilarious. And she's known for making some GIFs, too. I don't know if she posts those.
Yeah, I make some GIFs about Star Wars and such, among other things. So yeah, follow.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.